Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today it's a Monday, so we're back on the geography channel and we're going to be taking a look at a different scenario again today. It's been weird because last week we've checked out on what if Britain and France went to war, which is not an empire video because we usually stick to empire videos. But anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario. I mean, you read the title, you saw the thumbnail. What if World War II happened in 2024? I'm looking at you, Germany. Okay, we're gonna be taking a look at this, and before we get started, NATO's gonna be disbanded because it's gonna be impossible. Like, it's gonna take 5 minutes and then Germany is gonna be like destroyed. So maybe not NATO. But before we get started, please subscribe to my main channel at RafaFofo1 on YouTube because I make different scenarios, but this is really fun. I really love geography, so that's why I do it separately over here. Without further ado, let's just get started into this scenario. First things first. Germany. The first thing Germany did in World War II was the Anschluss of Austria. Like, they just united with Austria, and like, we can't just stop that from happening. Can we stop that from happening, guys? I don't know. But let's just say no one stops this, even though there is a signed treaty that Germany and Austria can never unite together. Maybe Austria declares war on Germany and Germany just grabs all of Austria. But yeah, this is weird. Like, looking at it, like, without these borders. I didn't draw it perfectly, but doesn't it look more normal? I mean, these aren't the 1939 borders. I mean, the 1942 borders. These are the 1942 borders. Anyway, we're not at this right now, but the Anschluss happens, I guess, and Austria is now German. Then they send over an ultimatum to the Czech Republic, because now it's not Czechoslovakia anymore, but they send an ultimatum to Czechia, and here is the ultimatum. Okay, guys, I just like to take a second to remind you all that I'm not perfect, and this is what I did based off of a map, so please do not roast me in the comment section. But let me remind you that events that happen in this video are happening in 2024, not in 1938. So Germany wants Germany to look like this right now, but Czechia's like, why do I have to give you so much of my territory? But then Germany threatens war, so the Czech Republic's like, oh my god, fine. So Germany looks like this. Britain and France are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The US is also looking at that, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is Germany doing right now? Like, we've stopped this from happening like twice. Like, what? And then Germany goes on with the invasion of Czechoslovakia. Usually nowadays when someone sends an ultimatum, there's like a moment for like peace. Like, they're forced into peace for at least 15 years or something. But like, Germany always violates it. So like, this is not Nazi Germany. This is not the German Empire. So it is way weaker. And this is not Czechoslovakia. These are two countries, independent countries in 2024, the Czech Republic and Slovakia. But anyways, it's still Germany annexed. It's still Germany plus Austria against these two. So Germany just sends troops. But the West heavily supplies Czechia and Slovakia, which makes the invasion way harder. But Czechia and Slovakia do not go on the offensive. Germany make a put to connect with their newfound ex-slaves here, and they have like something like this going on, and like something like this happens, and like supply chains go on, and they connect and cut the Czech Republic into two. Then troops from North Austria and like South Sudetenland, German South Sudetenland, push into Czechia. And like, when Germany told NATO, like the people, like the NATO countries, like they're not an alliance anymore, but when Germany told the NATO countries that they just wanted to unite the German lands, they're like, oh my god, not again. But like, they can't stop it now because let's say they won't stop it, and some more pushes occur here. These are also German tiny lands, so this happens because it's a Sudetenland, and there's a big surrounding here which later surrenders, and then this Czech area is later invaded by the Blitzkrieg and neutralized. And then they cut Slovakia from Czechia through the Slovak side, which is probably a bad idea because Czechia is already weak. But anyway, and they also cut Czechia off from Poland, which is heavily supplying them as well. After this, Czechia immediately surrenders because there's no way of them surviving anymore. They tried this tactic with Slovakia. They pushed through their border and this north border that they had with Czechia, but countries like Ukraine, Poland, and Hungary are still supplying them a lot. So it's pretty complicated for them. So it's pretty complicated for Germany, but some German troops push hard into Slovakia and capture Bratislava, the capital over here in the west. I just realized that they've captured Bratislava a long time ago, but okay, let's not think that. I forgot about capitals, but anyway, they like go along the long border with Poland to Slovakia. This is really time consuming, and the west regrets supplying Germany, like making them have an army again for Russia. But anyway, and they struggle to cut them off from Ukraine because a lot of troops are coming from Ukraine because it's the last area. But at the end, the supply chain is cut off and they have to do a lot of heavy fighting in this eastern border. At the end, Slovakia looks like this. Oh my god, it looks like a fish. They make a big spearhead in the middle to cut off Slovakia from Slovakia, and they end up doing this. Eastern Slovakia like stands strong and they retreat, like they do some really good countering. But West Slovakia, like they still got a lot of cities, but they lost their main city, the capital. So like at the end they surrender and the government surrenders to Germany. Let's take a look at this peace treaty. I don't know why they send the ultimatum because at the end it looks like this, but similar to World War II in this peace treaty, Slovakia is puppeted. They're set up with a puppet government, and Czechia is completely annexed. In real life, they actually gave some territory to Hungary, but assuming Hungary was supplying Slovakia, let me just look at Hungarian-Slovak relations. So I've asked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT said Hungary would either remain neutral or supply Slovakia and Czechia, so Hungary's neutral. Okay, now Germany declares war on Poland, but this Poland is significantly stronger than the Poland in World War II, and except for the fact that Germany recently surpassed Poland in military, and they're conscripting everyone. They're conscripting Slovak people, Czech people, Austrian people, and people from all over Germany. So Germany declares war on Poland, which I'm pretty sure I would expect, again, France and Britain to join this war on the side of Poland to stop Germany. But France and Britain just wanted to show that like they're strong, and like if Germany does something else, Germany's done for. And so France and Britain sent a lot of troops to Poland before. Like France and Britain said, Germany, if you dare declare war on Poland, you will be declaring war on France and Britain as well. So yeah, this is our current situation. But Germany didn't care that the UK and France were saying, oh yeah, we're going to be declaring war on you, because they had a trick up their sleeve. They're forcing World War II veterans to fight with to teach new soldiers the blitzkrieg tactic. And so this is what happened. Yeah, Poland tried defending themselves. Oh, I forgot to tell you that they pulled Slovakia into this war as well. Slovak people conscript as well. Poland are like, oh heck no, we're getting like massacred. So troops from the UK and France land to fight in Poland, and Poland are like, no. Warsaw is far from being captured. But yeah, and let's assume Germany do not violate human rights. They also call in the Soviet Union to invade Poland, and since NATO is disbanded, here we are, the successor state to the Soviet Union, Russia, are excited to fight this war against Poland. They indeed have a border with Poland through Kaliningrad, and they're also going to be using our good friend Belarus to invade. So troops from Russia cross the border from Kaliningrad, and the West are like really mad at Russia. So Russia does not invade Western troops. Russia technically is also at war with France and Britain. This front connects with Kaliningrad, and pushes from Belarus are connected, and Russian troops literally just gobble up the rest of Poland, and Germany invades the rest. France and Britain immediately withdraw from Poland. They're like, sorry, Poland, we can't do anything about it, but we're gonna militarize our borders. Germany is like, okay, let's take advantage of this, that the border is not militarized yet while the war was happening. So they're invading Alsace-Lorraine, and they try to get a hold of this area. Switzerland's like, oh, heck no, we're gonna die. And they ask Belgium for passage, and just like in World War II, Belgium's like, no. So Germany's just gonna violate that, and they say, push as many troops as you can through Belgium to go to Paris. I'm blonde, I'm beautiful, and I'm going to Paris. That's what Germany said. Let's hope there is no skinny mustache man. Troops from Germany are pushing through Paris, and like French troops are like, no, 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 no. They're at the gates of Paris, but immediately French troops get to push Germany off a little bit over here, and that's where Germany stops. I forgot to tell you that troops went through Brussels. So Belgium surrender, and in this peace treaty, yes, you heard me, Germany signed a peace treaty with Belgium, and the peace treaty is that, and the tiny bit of Wallonia that was here gets transferred to France. Germany are like, okay, France, we'll pull out if we do peace, and it's time for them to do a few shootings across the UK. They're like, no, UK, we'll refrain from that if you guys sign a peace treaty with us. And they're like, fine. And they're like, peace for like 75 years. Germany's like, okay, fine, peace for 50 years. Germany's like, they're like, at the end, it's peace for 25 years. So World War II is gonna get slowed down. In this peace treaty with the UK and France, Germany end up annexing all of this as well. And let's look back at the situation in Poland. In this peace treaty with Poland, Germany annexes all of this blue area, and they puppet this as their Polish puppet state, and this is the Russian Polish puppet state. Russia also annexed all this area south of Kaliningrad, so all this in red. They have Belarus annex all of like this in blue, and this is a Russian puppet as well. And Germany is literally a powerhouse right now. Then Germany invades Denmark and Norway. Russia and their allies and puppets are not involved in this war. And immediately, troops from North Germany. Germany relocates all their troops to North Germany. So troops from North Germany start the invasion of Denmark. And in World War II, Denmark lasted 6 hours. They surrendered. But let's say it's been like 3 weeks and they haven't surrendered because the people there are inspired by destroying Germany. But when German troops cross into Copenhagen Island, the Danish parliament surrenders. And now a naval landing happens over here in Western Norway, near the city over here, and then it crosses and it goes deep to capture the capital of Oslo. That's over here, and it's close to it, and eventually it captures Oslo. And the German military is tired right now, but they're forced to continue fighting. Like, what can you do, right? But anyways, Germany attempt to invade Norway and the Norwegian fjords, and they have their World War II veterans. I don't know if Nazis still, like, ex-Nazis are still alive. Probably. They get some information from Argentina. The northern part just surrenders, like there's nothing to do, and the southern part gets dramatically invaded until it surrenders as well. And Svalbard surrender too. And in this peace treaty, Denmark and Norway get fully annexed into Germany, and Svalbard and Greenland get released into a state that is closely aligned but not puppeted by Germany. Then Italy joined the Axis. Now I'm trying to make a long video, guys, because you guys love long videos and it's good to have long videos, but in a realistic scenario, Germany would have been stopped by the US a long time ago. And the next thing that happened in World War II was the invasion of France and the Lowlands, but Germany is forced into peace with them, and the Battle of Britain would not work at all. But before that, I forgot to say that it was time for Italy to invade Albania. So when it's not Germany fighting, it's like something else. Italian troops cross the Boot to get into Western Albania, and they immediately cross to get together to acquire Tirana, the capital, and they acquired it. It's over here in the top center. I haven't captured it, now I have. The rest of Albania falls apart, and surrenders to Italy. In this peace treaty, Albania is Italian. And next thing that happens is the invasion of the Lowlands. Germany's at peace with France, so they cannot invade France. I mean, they do violate some treaties sometimes, but they're not gonna violate this one. German troops are going to cross the border towards the Netherlands, and they do some surroundings and they cut them off, and they capitulate Luxembourg, and they cut Flanders away from the Netherlands, and they invade it a little bit until Flanders surrender. Like, this area just neutralizes and like they stop fighting, and Amsterdam is captured, so the Netherlands are like, we're done. And in this peace treaty, the Netherlands and Luxembourg are fully annexed into Germany. Wow. And then the Balkan campaign happens. Germany declare war on Yugoslavia and Greece, and Italy joins this war as well to gather some territory. And German and Italian troops invade Slovenia. Let me remind you that this is 8 countries on the same team. I mean, they wouldn't be. There's Serbia, but Serbia and Kosovo together. Wait, what? But they invade them together. But it's 8 countries they're invading, not 2 anymore. So they're separate. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. But together, Germany and Italy invade Slovenia, and Ljubljana is captured. Slovenia surrenders. Croatia gets cut into 2, like this tiny part over here that gets captured, and now it's actually cut into 2. But troops are directed towards the capital of Zagreb, and when they capture it, the rest of Croatia, like this northern part of Croatia, surrenders to Germany, and this southern part gets invaded slowly until there's just the pretty beaches left, and the pretty beaches do not want to be invaded, so they just surrender at the end. The Bosniak coast gets invaded, and the Axis fund a rebel group over here in the north and over here in the south in Republika Srpska, like to get out of this war and to be neutral and like to leave Bosnia and Herzegovina. Something like this happens, and they can capture it. They can encircle this area, which is blitzkrieged, and Bosnia and Herzegovina surrender. Oh, and the Greek invasion from Italy. It's slow again, but at least something happens. They also start an invasion of North Macedonia from Albania, and Kosovo as well. Kosovo did not exist in World War II, but the Kosovar capital of Pristina is captured at the end, and Kosovo surrenders. And then North Macedonia gets kicked around until Skopje, the capital, is captured as well. Italy's strong, let me tell you that. And North Macedonia surrenders, and the border with Greece stalemates, and they're like, let's not invade the beaches or the ancient stuff so people don't hate us, although people already hate them. Okay, the next easiest country to invade is Montenegro, so they capture all of their coastline, and they try their best to cut them off from Serbia. At the end, this happens, and Podgorica is captured, and Montenegro surrenders. And at the end, northern Serbia is attacked and invaded until Belgrade is captured, and the rest of Serbia falls apart. They fall into civil war. At the end, it's just the German team that captures everything. And with Greece, they get cut into 2 over here. This eastern area is swiftly invaded. Turkey are like, you know what? It's my time to shine, baby. And they get their little purple team to capture all of this, and they capture a bit of the islands, and they mess around with the Greek EEZ. They also capture Crete, but anyways. And troops from Germany and Italy swiftly invade Greece, capturing these islands and eventually crossing into Athens, and Greece surrenders. I don't know if this would actually happen in real life, but let's see what happens. And in this peace treaty, the Western Balkans get invaded and annexed. There is no such thing as Serbia or Montenegro or Bosnia and Herzegovina or Kosovo or Albania or North Macedonia or Slovenia or Greece. There is just Germany and Italy and Turkey. Oh, and before this war happens, I forgot to say, guys, Japan joins the war. And And Japan tried to do an invasion of both Koreas, which I guess Japan, it would have worked because Japan has more people than both Koreas combined. But then they would have declared war on China. They also have to declare war on Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. Thailand also joins the Axis, but in real life they would not. So there. They have to declare war on the Philippines as well as British Malaya, which is just the country of Malaysia today, and Dutch Indonesia, which is just Indonesia and Timor-Leste today. Oh, as well as Papua New Guinea. If this is the war Japan has to fight, let's not forget Taiwan. But if this is the war Japan's gonna fight, let's take a look at this war. Let's just see if it's possible. Troops cross the North Korean border from the Yalu River. I read in order to live. They cross Hyesan and they try stopping the Chinese forces. And more troops cross the border. Japan is not weak, but when they reach the gates of Beijing, North Korea rebel immediately. This rebels away, and South Korea tries to rebel away, but they cannot. I guess Japan never surrendered, so China is gonna be doing some Chinese things, some countering until Japan is fully invaded and surrenders. Let's take a look at this peace treaty, guys. I was going for like North Korea getting incorporated into China and a communist Japan existing, but they wouldn't do this. They would just unify the Korean peninsula into North Korean government. Kim Jong-un got murdered by Japan, which is good, thanks Japan, but like there's a communist Japan and a communist Korea now. Wow, Japan, why would you do this? Next thing that happens is Operation Barbarossa. We're gonna need all the allies for this. I mean, these guys would not join Operation Barbarossa because they know what it's gonna look like. But Operation Barbarossa was an invasion of the Soviet Union, which gathered them like all of the Baltics, the rest of Poland, Ukraine, Moldova, and this area. So they're gonna be declaring war on all these countries, which let me say, it's not gonna be easy to say the least. The only thing you need is an angry, power-hungry Germany to see all these countries. Actually, Japan declares war on the US, which leads Germany and Italy to be at war with the US. So it means Germany and Italy will be at war with the US. So, I mean, this happened in June and this is gonna happen in December. So let's wait for December. So Slovak troops invade this area of Ukraine that used to be part of Slovakia. Italian troops get all moved into Germany to invade this Russian Poland. So German Poland invades Russian Poland. They capture Warsaw. Russian Poland surrenders. All these countries are better off in winter. But like anyways, Kaliningrad city is captured and the rest of Kaliningrad gets swiftly invaded. Vilnius is captured and Lithuania surrender. Germany cut Latvia into two and Riga is captured. The rest of Latvia surrender. And they push into the north to capture Tallinn, and Estonia is cut into two, and Estonia surrenders as well. Now it's Belarus time. They also set up a strong defense line over here in this border area because they do not want any mistakeys. They invade the newly acquired Belarusian lands and start invading deep into Belarus until Minsk is captured and Belarus surrender, but Russia push into Belarus and capture some of it back. Although the West are fighting Russian troops over here, they're like, okay, let's stop over here. But troops from Germany cross the tiny little border here with Ukraine, as well as troops from this Poland area. Let me just fix these horrible borders, one sec. Okay, German troops go to Ukraine. Russia is pressuring Ukraine. They're like, Ukraine, you can't do this. They kind of set up a mini Iron Curtain over here, and then they start their invasion of Moldova, which is not protected by Russia except in Transnistria. Chisinau, I now know what it's called, the capital of Moldova, is captured, so the rest of Moldova just surrenders, and Russia's like, okay, this is our Iron Curtain, no one touch it. And so they go deep, and so Russia set up a really big defense system which stalemates this entire border, and nothing happens. because now it is time for the great nation of the USA to join the war. By the way, happy 4th of July, because it was 4th of July 11 days ago. So, I mean, it's gonna be 18 days when this is posted, so it was 4th of July 18 days ago, but it's fine. Only Germany to have the US and Russia and Ukraine and the Baltics to be in the same team. Alright guys, this is our naval map of the world, and before Germany dies, I just want to say that this Germany is really different from the Germany that existed in World War II. Now, since the US is here, well, let me do a bit of reparations to this naval map. American troops come to help the Soviet Union that are in despair, literally like stuck there. So there's usually if there's something like this happening, it goes like this, like it keeps moving, right? It goes here and then like this happens, like it moves. But no, now we've got a continuous supply chain from the US with conscription on, and they split over here. Spain and the UK allow American troops to pass through Gibraltar, and they literally grab all the Mediterranean Sea and the seas around it. Nobody can stop the US here. They grab all of the Black Sea to themselves navally, and they surround Spain, Portugal. They're all fine with this because they're not being hostile to them. They also surround France and the UK. They're not surrounding Ireland because Ireland is not fine with it, and they're like, fine, okay, sure, we don't need Ireland. They are currently not interfering with the German. This is what happens, and they literally surround them on all sides, eventually connecting with the Russian Navy, and the supply chain is still continuous right now, guys. This is hot stuff, okay? And then a naval war happens over here near Sardinia and Corsica, and it happens like, it goes like something like this, because Italy want Corsica. Like, they're like, I want Corsica, Daddy, buy me Corsica, which triggers France into this war, but like they're technically not at war with Germany. But at the end they are, and Germany has all their troops fighting over here in the east, like stopping the Soviet Union, so they don't have anything to go for Paris. So the French Navy lands in northern Sardinia and starts invading until Sardinia capitulates. The Allies' first naval war won. And their next naval war is gonna be like risky, because they're going for cutting off these two areas, but at the end it's successful. And their first operation that's gonna happen is the liberation of the Benelux. Obviously there's nothing gonna happen in Africa because European powers are not in Africa anymore, which is good. French troops liberate the rest of Belgium, as well as Luxembourg, which are happy to be liberated, so they help the French liberators. They also liberate the Netherlands over here, and the rest of Belgium gets liberated as well by France, and Germany's like, oh no. They also start their little liberation of Alsace-Lorraine to get them back to themselves, and this is what happens, and they're like, we're not gonna invade Germany. Then Allied troops land in Denmark, West Denmark, and they liberate it all. Even though there's still the German Navy there, they they fight it off, like they get it away, and Denmark is liberated. Then the Allies redirect their navy to cut off Germany from Norway. There's still a lot of German troops in Norway, but it happens like this, and Denmark is fully liberated from Germans. The Allies send a big naval warfare to land in Oslo, which is successful at the end. So Oslo gets liberated and the rest of Norway gets liberated, and they try to push out all the Germans from there. Like, Germans die, like, you've done bad things, die. And while this is happening, the Allies push the German Navy away, like they kill it, they destroy it, and they surround Norway navally. And then the Soviets, no, the Russians, not the Soviets, they push Norway out, and the Americans from the south until Norway is fully liberated, and this is what it looks like now. The Allies then redirect their troops for the Balkan liberation. Okay guys, guess who's gonna win? The Allies also do Operation Svalbard in Greenland, which just means pushing troops up to capture the islands and the archipelago, and this happens and they declare war on it, which means they join the war on the side of the Axis, and an immense amount of Allied troops also cross into Greenland to capture the independent countries of Greenland and Svalbard. I don't know why, they just needed to get back to how it was before, and these countries are pro-Axis, so they're bad. Nuuk is captured, and I don't know, Spitsberg, something like that, is captured, the capital of Svalbard and the capital of Greenland, and this is what happens. Continuous supply chain, okay? Continuous. It does not stop. And then Germany are like, oh, it's fine. And they say that they're gonna give independence to the states that broke away, that were liberated. And so they give independence to the country of Alsace-Lorraine, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, Denmark, and Norway. These countries join on the side of the Allies. They're kind of not considered countries because they were just like Germans, and they were just like German countries that got their independence. The UK also joined this war. I forgot to say, guys, I'm so sorry. And Italy gives independence to Sardinia, which joined the war in the blue side. As Allied troops enter the Peloponnese, land in the Peloponnese Peninsula in Greece, and this is their landing. They don't need anything more to start the liberation process for Greece, and they capture the entire peninsula, crossing the canal. I forgot the name of the canal, I'm sorry. They liberate Athens and also this little island as well, and they cross into Greece, making this border invisible because most of the troops are over here stopping the Russians from doing something, and the Ukrainians and Belarusians. So yeah, they don't want to cross into Albania yet, but they want to block the North Macedonian area through the Greece area and the Greek area, and this happens. let's take a look at what happens navally over here. So yeah, the Allied Navy over here cuts off the Axis navies from the territory, and Italian Greece is the last to stand until it's broken and surrenders. Wow, Greece is liberated, and they want to liberate the smaller places first. So they start liberating Albania, and they capture Tirana, and this is what Albania looks like until Albania is fully liberated. They stop at the border, of course, and navally it happens like this as well. They want to look straight, like they don't want to look like ooh, and sorry for the voice. So basically they just want to be continuous, and they don't want one part to be longer than the other part, and then it's longer, like something like that. They don't like it. This just means they're gonna be liberating North Macedonia next, and they literally capture Skopje, and North Macedonia is liberated. Then they liberate Kosovo, and Pristina is captured, and Kosovo gets liberated. Serbia not yet, because Serbia is really big, so it might be longer on one side because they're gonna be liberating North Macedonia now. So they're liberating Germany, Italy. Now they're gonna liberate Montenegro navally, and they're liberating Montenegro by land now, capturing Podgorica, and Montenegro is liberated. And Germany and Italy, they do the independence tactic again. They give independence to Greece, North Macedonia, Albania, Kosovo, and Montenegro. The Allies understand that they have to liberate country by country, even if it has to be in both territories, because if they liberate only one territory, it's gonna be independent alone, and it's bad. They want everything to be together. So now they decide on liberating Serbia. So they cross the border into Germany and they push in deep into Serbia and they cut it off from the rest, and they liberate Belgrade and cut Serbia off from anything, and Serbia is liberated. Immediately Germany, without needing the help of Italy because Serbia was not any Italian, immediately Germany declare the independence of a Serb state, and then troops from this independent Serbia as well as North Macedonia as well as this Montenegro push into this area with Bosniaks and Croats as well as Serbs as well, but and this happens more, and American troops are not having fun because of Germany's mistakes. But anyways, this Croatia and Bosnia and Herzegovina get liberated, and then Italy and Germany have to meet again to give them independence. These three countries will not break their neutrality because they just don't want to. So they're not giving anyone military access because they both asked them. The Allies and the Axis have asked them for military access, but they have not given them any. Now, Operation Barbarossa backfires because it's winter. I mean, it's winter of the year after Operation Barbarossa got started. So it would be winter of 1942, like December 1942. And I mean, before it restarts, the countries that got gobbled up, such as Poland, gets unified into a German puppet state. The Baltics became a German Baltic puppet state. They've worked around the Iron Curtain thing that set up a Belarusian puppet state, a Ukrainian puppet state, and a Moldovan puppet state, which is this Kaliningrad area that is Russian. I mean, it happened like Belarus and Ukraine that didn't get fully annexed, but they made Prussian puppet state because Russia's back here and they're here to liberate, even though the color is not the liberation color, it's the invasion color, but it's fine. They liberate Estonia and they liberate Latvia and then they liberate Lithuania. It's winter, Russia's strong, and people here do not want to be German. They also liberate the rest of Belarus. They capture Minsk, they liberate Minsk, and Belarus falls apart for the Germans. They cut the Germans off from this German Poland and Germany proper, and they capture the Prussian Germany. Also from Ukraine, it's easy to cut off the Germans from here. So Axis troops are gone from Moldova and from West Ukraine, and they start pushing into this German territory as well as the Slovak territory, and they try to push into Bratislava, which is far from them, but at the end they capture Bratislava, they liberate Bratislava, and the rest of Slovakia is liberated, and they try to make a small push here into Germany proper, but it's countered, so they're stuck in Slovakia, which is not bad. They also cut the Germans off from here, but they still got Poland, so they cut the Polands away too, the German Polish people away too, and troops from Belarus pop up, and from Prussia, and Warsaw's captured, and this western part of the Poland ends up surrendering. And Germany are like, no one's surrendering, and they do this, but at the end, it doesn't work, and Germany's looking like this. So it's time for them to give up, to give some independences. They give independence to the Baltic, they just call it the Baltic. They give independence to West Belarus, to West Ukraine, and Slovakia. They give independence to Moldova. They give independence to Poland, and they call these invasions. And immediately these join the war in the blue team. Germany is still blocking access over here, so they can't connect, but they do connect like this. Yeah, it's complicated, but it works. After World War II, some things happened, like countries like Turkey, I need to say it right, joining the war, like Brazil. So these countries joined the war. So Sweden joined, Finland joined, like the rest of NATO joined. So Bulgaria, Romania, and so Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria join as well. Switzerland will remain neutral. Spain didn't join at the end because of their government, but I guess they won't join. But Portugal will, and I guess Andorra will, Liechtenstein will. Liechtenstein did not sign a peace treaty with Germany, so people still think they're at war, but Nazi Germany does not exist anymore, guys. Monaco, San Marino, not Vatican City. They have morals, they won't join the war. But these two countries also joined. No, San Marino will not because they're surrounded by Italy. So, and now begins the liberation of Slovenia, and it goes by quick, and Slovenia is liberated. Once again, Italy and Germany give them independence. This looks weird, I know, but I'm sorry. That is way bigger than Slovenia, but this is what they give independence to. And it immediately joins the war in the Allies side, and now it's just Germany and Italy. Oh my gosh. And now's the Italian campaign time, guys. And so troops from Russia, not the Soviet Union, the US, France, Britain, the Balkans, Turkey, Hungary, Slovakia, the Nordics, troops from all over there start a naval advance into Sicily first, and liberating it. And then they start the naval landings over here in the south, and they want to choke Italy off from the rest of the world navally. So this is what they do. I don't want to take too long doing that because the fun part begins. They immediately capture this southern part of the boot, and famously Italy is gonna switch sides. Like over here they surrender, which means they've switched sides, and they're like, oh yeah, Germany's actually kind of bad, so like now it's Germany left. No D-Day is needed because France did not get captured, and they push the German Navy out a bit, and this is how it's looking. We don't need any Battle of the Bulge because Germany's like shaking with fear because there's an Iron Curtain over here, which is gonna be broken soon. There's also one here and like here, but they're gonna be destroyed soon. Germany later say they give independence to Prussia. And if you're wondering why they're always joining the war on the blue team, it's because they're occupied by the blue team. They've been liberated, and like they're not gonna join the red team even though it gave them independence like they wouldn't. And now starts the full-scale invasion of Germany. So the Netherlands make a push over here. Western Germany and France also do from Alsace-Lorraine. Italy also does one, and Switzerland's isolated from Germany. And at one point they were just surrounded by Germany. And Slovenia, Croatia, Hungary, Slovakia, this little thingy, Poland, and Kaliningrad and Prussia make a push, a final big push into Germany. They liberate Poland. Germany are like, oh, Poland's gonna be independent now. So Poland gains its independence, then joins the Allies. Germany tried to sue for peace, but the Allies are like, no. And then Austria is fully liberated from Germany. Just wait, I don't want to do the independence right now because the rest of Poland also gets liberated, and Czechia also gets liberated, and Poland are like, and Germany are like, shoot, we're gonna die. They're getting flashbacks from World War II, and then they give independence to this Austria, which again immediately joined the blue team. Then they decide to like just give full independence to Poland, and Poland later reunites to become normal Poland we all know, and then join the blue team. So Poland gets its independence as well, and Poland immediately joined the red team. And there's this other Poland here that, am I allowed to unite them now? Yeah, I'll unite them now. They're united. There's also this East Prussia that's gonna be Kaliningrad or something. I don't know. We're gonna take a look at that later. But Germany will also give independence to Czechia. And the invasion of Germany happens. Russia immediately gets to Berlin. And the West literally carve up Germany, and Germany stands no chance, and Germany surrenders to the Allies. Now let's take a look at this peace treaty. At the end, in this peace treaty, all these countries unite together and put away their differences and strive to make a better future for Europe, and Germany gets left alone and isolated. People there still have good lives, but they're kind of isolated for everything they've done, like 3 world wars, what the heck. And like Russia has united with Ukraine, Belarus, and the Baltics and it's a good Russia, really peaceful with the US, and these 3 Nordics also unite, and Czechoslovakia and these Balkans also unite just to put away their differences and be peaceful again and to strive to create a better future for everyone. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye! Norway's head of state.